6 Stoic quotes to protect your peace and master your emotions. Let us look at the reality of your daily life. You wake up feeling good. You have your morning coffee, your mind is clear, and you feel ready to take on the day. And then it happens. One passive-aggressive email from a coworker, one rude comment from a stranger, one careless text message from someone you care about. And just like that, your entire day is ruined. Your heart races, your mind spins, and your peace is completely shattered. Why do we do this? Why do we build our happiness like a house of cards, where any random person walking by has the power to blow it all down? You are handing the remote control of your emotional state to people who do not even care about you. If you leave your mind entirely unprotected, the world will relentlessly trespass on your peace. Now, think about the exhaustion that follows. Think about how much of your energy is drained not by physical labor, but by emotional warfare. You spend hours having imaginary arguments in the shower. You replay past conversations in your head, thinking of the perfect comeback. You try to explain yourself to people who are entirely committed to misunderstanding you. You are fighting ghost battles in your own mind, desperately trying to control how other people view you, how they treat you, and what they say about you. And the harder you fight these invisible battles, the more exhausted, bitter, and empty you feel. You are leaking energy everywhere, every single day. The brutal truth you must accept is this: the world will never stop being chaotic. There will always be difficult people, unfair situations, and unpredictable storms. If your strategy for inner peace is waiting for everyone around you to behave perfectly, you will be waiting for the rest of your life. Peace is not a quiet place where nothing goes wrong. Peace is a fortress you build inside your own mind, allowing you to remain completely untouched while the storm rages outside. If you do not learn how to master your emotions and the people who trigger them will forever master you. Over 2,000 years ago, the Stoic philosophers lived in a world far more dangerous and volatile than ours. They faced plagues, political assassinations, betrayals, and wars. They did not have the luxury of retreating into a quiet, stress-free existence. They had to navigate a vicious society while holding massive responsibilities. Yet, men like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, pronounced Epictetus, learned how to walk through the fire of daily life without getting burned. They developed an impenetrable psychological armor. They understood that protecting your peace is not about changing the world around you. It is about fundamentally changing the way you process the world. In this video, we are going to explore 6 of the most profound Stoic quotes ever written on the subject of emotional mastery. These are not passive philosophies. They are defensive weapons. They are the exact mental frameworks you need to stop absorbing the toxicity around you, cut the strings of emotional manipulation, and reclaim the ultimate power over your own mind. Quote number 1. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they cannot tell good from evil." This might sound incredibly cynical at first glance. Why would a Roman emperor begin his day by reminding himself how terrible people can be? But this is not pessimism. This is profound psychological armor. Marcus Aurelius is practicing a technique the Stoics called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Most of our emotional pain, our anger, and our frustration come from the gap between our expectations and reality. We walk out of our front doors unconsciously expecting the traffic to be smooth, our coworkers to be polite, our clients to be reasonable, and our family to be perfectly understanding. And when they inevitably are not, we are shocked. We are offended. We ask, how could they do this? Marcus Aurelius is telling you to stop being surprised by the predictable. If you expect a dog to bark, you do not get angry when it barks. It is simply in the nature of a dog to do so. In the same way, it is in the nature of flawed, hurt, and confused human beings to be selfish, arrogant, and ungrateful. They are acting out of their own internal chaos, their own insecurities, and their own blindness. When you prepare your mind for the reality of human nature, you stop taking their behavior personally. When a coworker tries to throw you under the bus, or a stranger cuts you off in traffic, you do not lose your peace. You simply observe it and think, right on schedule, just as Marcus said. Their bad behavior is no longer an insult to your ego. It is just a law of nature unfolding in front of you. How do you apply this? Tomorrow morning, before you look at your phone or speak to anyone, take 60 seconds to set your expectations. Tell yourself that today, someone will probably misunderstand you. Someone will be rude. Someone will be ungrateful for your help. Accept that reality completely before it even happens. By putting on this mental armor before you step onto the battlefield, their arrows will bounce right off you. You will remain calm, not because the world is peaceful, but because you were prepared for the storm. Quote number 2, Epictetus said, "Any person capable of angering you becomes your master. He can anger you only when you permit yourself to be disturbed by him." This is one of the most confronting truths you will ever hear. We love to blame other people for our emotional states. We say, "He made me so mad," or "She completely ruined my day." We use language that positions us as helpless victims of other people's actions. But Epictetus, a man who survived the brutal realities of slavery, fundamentally rejects this. He recognized that anger is the ultimate surrender of sovereignty. When you allow someone to make you angry, you are literally handing them the keys to your nervous system. You are saying, "Here, you have the power to elevate my heart rate, flood my body with cortisol, and destroy my focus for the next 6 hours." Think about how terrifying that is. You would never hand your wallet to a random stranger who insulted you on the street, yet you willingly hand over your peace of mind, your most valuable asset, to people who do not even deserve your time. When someone insults you, they are simply making a noise with their mouth. It is just air vibrating. It only becomes an insult, and it only hurts you when your mind chooses to accept it and process it as an attack. If someone hands you a toxic gift and you refuse to take it, who does the gift belong to? It still belongs to them. The toxicity, the anger, and the bitterness belong to the person projecting it. You do not have to accept the delivery. To protect your peace, you must realize that no one can force an emotion upon you without your subconscious consent. The next time someone tries to provoke you, visualize them handing you a physical object, a glowing piece of hot coal. They want you to grab it so you can burn with them. Your only job is to keep your hands in your pockets. Let them hold their own fire. Do not give an arrogant coworker or a toxic relative the privilege of being your master. Retain your power by refusing to react. Quote number 3, Marcus Aurelius stated, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." When we are wronged, disrespected, or betrayed, our ego demands blood. Our immediate instinct is to strike back, to get even, and to make the other person hurt just as much as they hurt us. We want to show them that we cannot be walked over. We want to teach them a lesson. But revenge is a trap that destroys the victim far more than the aggressor. When you seek revenge, when you engage in petty arguments, when you try to out-manipulate a manipulator, what are you actually doing? You are lowering your own standards to match theirs. You are stepping down into the mud to wrestle with them. And in doing so, you become the exact monster you are trying to defeat. Marcus Aurelius, as an emperor, faced countless betrayals. He had generals rebel against him and allies stab him in the back. He had the power to execute anyone who crossed him in the most agonizing ways possible. Yet, his philosophy was built on maintaining his own supreme character. He realized that true victory over an enemy is not found in destroying them. It is found in refusing to be infected by their poison. If someone lies about you, do not become a liar to defend yourself. If someone is cruel to you, do not let their cruelty extinguish your empathy. If someone is chaotic, do not bring their chaos into your home. Your peace is completely dependent on your ability to maintain your own moral integrity, regardless of the environment you are in. The ultimate flex of emotional mastery is indifference. It is looking at the person who tried to break you, realizing how small and miserable they must be to act that way, and simply walking away with your character intact. Your success, your unshakable peace, and your refusal to engage in their drama is the only revenge you will ever need. Let them drown in their own toxicity while you continue to build a beautiful life. Quote number 4, Epictetus taught, "If someone succeeded in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation." This quote demands absolute, radical responsibility. It removes every excuse you have ever had for losing your temper. We constantly tell ourselves stories to justify our emotional outbursts. We think our anger is righteous. We think our anxiety is the only logical response to a stressful situation. We convince ourselves that anyone in our position would react the exact same way. But Epictetus pulls no punches. He tells you that your mind is complicit. An external event is completely neutral. It has no color, no emotion, and no meaning until it passes through the filter of your own mind. The event is just the trigger. Your mind is the gunpowder. Without your mind's participation, the trigger just clicks harmlessly in the dark. Why does a specific comment hurt you? Because somewhere deep down, a part of you fears it might be true. Why does someone's rejection devastate you? Because you had quietly attached your self-worth to their approval? Your emotional reactions are maps to your own insecurities. When someone provokes you, they are not creating the anger. They are simply revealing the anger, the fear, and the ego that was already hiding inside you. This is incredibly liberating. If your mind is complicit in your suffering, it means your mind can also be the cure. You cannot control what other people say, but you can dismantle the insecurities inside you that make their words hurt. The next time you feel a massive surge of negative emotion rising in your chest, do not look outward at the person who triggered it. Look inward. Ask yourself, why did those words hurt me? What belief about myself is being threatened right now? When you stop blaming the world for provoking you and start analyzing why you are so easily provoked, you begin to build a fortress. You patch the holes in your psychological armor, and eventually you become a person who simply cannot be triggered because there is no unresolved pain left for them to hit. Quote number 5, Marcus Aurelius reflected, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." In our modern world, when we feel stressed, overwhelmed, and drained by the people around us, our first instinct is to run away physically. We think we need a vacation. We think we need to quit our jobs, move to a new city, or isolate ourselves in a cabin in the woods to finally find some peace. We spend thousands of dollars trying to buy an escape from our own lives, but physical distance does not cure emotional turbulence. If you carry a chaotic, anxious mind with you to a beautiful beach in Bali, you will just be anxious on a beach in Bali. The scenery changes, but the source of the noise, your own mind, remains exactly the same. Marcus Aurelius lived his life in military camps. He was surrounded by the noise of armies, the pressure of a crumbling empire, and the constant demands of the public. He could not run away. He had to lead, so he built a sanctuary inside himself. The Stoics called this the inner citadel. It is a quiet, untouchable room in the center of your consciousness that belongs only to you. No boss, no toxic ex-partner, no bank account, and no social media algorithm is allowed inside. Peace is not a place you travel to, it is a posture you assume. It is the ability to close your eyes in the middle of a chaotic office, take a deep breath, and retreat into your own soul. It is knowing that no matter how loud the world gets, you have a quiet place to anchor yourself. You must cultivate this inner retreat. You do this through stillness. You do this by sitting quietly with your own thoughts without reaching for your phone. You do this by disconnecting your identity from external outcomes. When you know exactly who you are, when your values are clear, and when you no longer need the world's validation to feel whole, you unlock the doors to this inner citadel. The world can scream, the storms can rage, but inside, the water is completely still. Quote number 6. Epictetus reminds us, "There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will." If you want to protect your peace, you must ruthlessly apply the concept of the dichotomy of control. This is the absolute core of Stoic philosophy, and it is the ultimate filter for your energy. Look at the things that drain your emotions on a daily basis. You are worrying about what your colleagues think of your presentation. You are stressing over whether the economy will crash. You are agonizing over why a person you dated suddenly changed their mind about you. You are exhausted because you are trying to carry the weight of the entire world on your shoulders. Epictetus draws a hard, unbreakable line in the sand. On one side of the line are the things you control: your thoughts, your beliefs, your choices, and your actions. That is it. That is the entire list. On the other side of the line is everything else. Other people's opinions, the past, the future, the weather, the market, and the outcomes of your efforts. You are suffering because you are pouring all of your emotional energy into the side of the line you do not control. Trying to control other people's perceptions of you is like trying to control the wind with your bare hands. It is impossible, and it will drive you mad. True emotional mastery requires you to brutally sever your attachment to anything outside of your direct control. You control the effort you put into your work. You do not control whether your boss praises it. You control how honestly you love someone. You do not control whether they love you back. You control your integrity. You do not control your reputation. Whenever you feel anxiety gripping your chest, pause and ask yourself one simple question: is this within my absolute control? If the answer is no, you must drop it immediately. Let it fall to the floor. Do not spend another ounce of life force worrying about it. Withdraw all of your energy from the external world and pour it entirely into the only thing you own: your own character. When you stop trying to rule the world, you finally begin to rule yourself. If you are tired of being pushed around by the emotions of other people, it is time to draw a line. You are not a sponge designed to absorb the toxicity, the anxiety, and the demands of everyone around you. You are an autonomous human being, and your peace is your most sacred possession. But peace is not something you wish for. Peace is something you aggressively protect. It is easy to watch a video, nod along with profound quotes, and feel a temporary sense of calm. But philosophy is completely useless if it stays in your head. Emotional mastery is a martial art. It must be practiced in the real world, under real pressure. Tomorrow, life will test you. Someone will say something disrespectful. A plan will fall apart. An email will threaten your mood. When that moment comes, do not react on autopilot. That is the moment your training begins. Pause, take a breath, recognize that the world is handing you a piece of hot coal, and then choose to leave your hands in your pockets. You cannot control the noise of the world, but you can absolutely control the silence in your mind. Stop waiting for the storm to pass. Build your fortress today. If you have any thoughts or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment. A like and a subscription are free, but they truly mean a lot to me. They give me the motivation to keep creating more meaningful videos for you. Thank you so much for your support.